What's up? It's your boy 90 Star Wars Kid. We're back farming Legends of the Force. This is box number 5 out of 12. This is the second to last box in the current case. We have yet to hit a showcase. We are now getting dangerously close to the end of the case without hitting a showcase. So we are on watch. We really want to hit that showcase. Other than that, we are farming Vaders and Anakins and constructed lightsabers and HK-47s and legacy runs and Yodas and Grogus and Yaddles. What we've been getting are a lot of worthless rares and mostly worthless legendaries. So here we go again. So far, I think the very first box. Okay, well now we're starting with something nice. And what's funny is this is just a regular hyperspace card. It almost looks foil with how the light's hitting it. So the first box, we had a decent number of hits, and then we've mostly been struggling since then. Darth Malak Hyperspace is a great legendary, followed by a totally worthless rare base, followed by a common foil. So thankfully, we got the Hyperspace Darth Malak on that one because the rare was not going to help us. And I've been pointing out through these videos, and you will likely see it here as well, that the difficult part with this set is that the rares are almost entirely worthless. And so the only hits you get, just like this one, hello, the only hits you get are legendaries. So here we have a legendary Vader following a Darth Malak. That's an excellent start. Typically, it now goes down real fast. But that's about as good of a start as we can ask for. Vader about 14, Darth Malak about, actually Hyperspace might be 7 or 8, but let's just call it 20 in total. So right now we're sitting at about $20 back on our box. Rare Liberated by Darkness. That will not be worth anything. Flip, no showcase. And we'd really like to see a showcase in this box. If at all possible, SWU Gods. Rare Yaddle, okay, decent hit there. Rare Hyperfoil the Sun. Unfortunately, even Hyperfoil, probably still worthless. Yaddle might get us a few bucks though. So let's say that we're at 25 now in total value. This is about as good of an opening first few packs as you can possibly hope for. Now, whether it continues, I mean, we might not get any more value in the rest of the box with how this has been going, but that's about as good of an opening as you can ask for. Uncommon, uncommon, uncommon hyperspace, legendary Leia. So that, I believe, is a worthless legendary. I think. I don't think anybody plays Leia. Except for Leia the Leader. Some people play Leia the Leader. Flip, no showcase. Uncommon, uncommon, uncommon. Rare Sifo-Dyas, worth nothing. And so we should expect 4 more regular legendaries somewhere in this box. Flip, no showcase. Rare Kit Fisto's Aether Sprite may be good for $1 to $2. Flip, no showcase. Uncommon, uncommon, uncommon. Legendary Grand Inquisitor. I'm actually going to look that up. I don't think it's worth much of anything, but let's get a final answer on that before I just keep guessing over and over again. All right, Grand Inquisitor. What's the subtext here? Your right to be afraid. Your right to be afraid. Okay, it's going for $2. Doesn't quite make it worth it on the legendary front, but $2 is better than $0 from some of these legendaries. In fact, while I'm at it, let me check the Leia price. Leia Organa Extraordinary, 60 cents. So that one I was correct. Worthless. I only consider it $1 or more to be a hit because you got to draw the line somewhere. 60 cents ain't doing it. Not even the cost of a postage stamp. All right, commons. Uncommon, uncommon, uncommon. Rare Drenger Spawn. First that we've pulled of this in this order. Legendary Foil the Father, unfortunately worth nothing. Let's see, 4 cost, 3/3 with Overwhelm. When this unit attacks and defeats a unit, give a number of experience tokens to this unit equal to the defeated unit's cost. That would be a fun thing to play against something like a Dr. Pershing or any other unit that has 0 attack power. But waiting and paying 4 for that guy, that's pretty expensive. Flip. No showcase there. Uncommon, uncommon, uncommon. A rare base. The worst thing about opening packs. The rare bases. I feel like FFG should refund the price of every pack that produces a rare base. Flip. No showcase. Common hyperspace. Uncommon. Uncommon. We have a hyperspace rare Luke Skywalker followed by a rare base. It's crazy how many of those I get. 1, 2, 3, flip. No showcase. We're halfway through the second to last box. We are getting dangerously close to a no showcase case. That will be very sad. Uncommon, uncommon, uncommon. The Sun is the rare, followed by an uncommon foil Kylo Ren. So we have the Father up here, legendary, and we have the Sun rare. Flip. No showcase. Get through the commons. Uncommon, uncommon. A rare hyperspace Ogdo Bogdo, going to be worth nothing, I don't think. Rare luminous beings and a common hyperfoil. Here we go, second half. 1, 2, 3, flip. And you remember when I told you after we had those big early hits, I said we might not hit anything for the rest of the box. And that's the streakiness of opening packs. You get a couple great ones, and then it's just like awful. We got a rare Darth Revan's lightsaber, good for about $1.50. About $1.50. Flip. No showcase. So sad. So sad. Ugh, legendary Zuckuss. Worth nothing. So that is 1, 2, 3, technically only 4 regular legendaries, 1 hyperspace, 1 foil. In theory, we should have 2 more regular legendaries in this box. Flip. Get through the commons. Uncommon, uncommon, uncommon. Rare Captain Enoch. Common foil. One, two, three, flip. Still no showcase. I'm getting very scared on the showcase front. It is not looking great for us. We're getting very close to the end of this case. Uncommon, uncommon, uncommon. Rare Paz Vizsla, hyperfoil, uncommon Stinger Mantis. You know what we haven't pulled since the first box is a legacy run. I actually need a second one. So if we could go ahead and pull another legacy run, that would be great. That would be great. Get through the commons. Uncommon, uncommon, uncommon. Rare Doom, not what we're looking for. Common hyperfoil. One, two, three, flip. Not a showcase. Uncommon, uncommon, uncommon hyperspace, rare mind trick, not doing us any good. Flip. All right. Uncommon, uncommon, uncommon. Legendary constructed lightsaber. That's a good hit. About $8 right there. So it's not a game-changing hit, but it sure beats out the worthless ones. And in theory, technically on average, we should have one more legendary in here. We should have one more. And I say that because one of ours is a foil and one's a hyperspace. I don't think those count towards the normal statistical breakdown of legendaries. Rare Death Field. No idea, but probably worthless. I think Craving Power is a rare, isn't it? And if so, we would welcome many more Craving Powers, if it's a rare. Rare the Purgle King. If I never got another one of those, I would be totally fine. Not even sure why Star Wars needs space whales. No showcase there. When are we going to get Kyle Katarn in Star Wars Unlimited? I want my Jedi Knight franchise in here. Dark Forces. Rare, The Tragedy of Plagueis. Foil rare, The Tragedy of Plagueis. Once again, for those of you who regularly watch my farming videos, this thing happens so frequently, it is weird. And now we're down to the last pack. Can we get a showcase and a legendary? Is that too much to ask? A showcase and a legendary? One, two, three, flip. No showcase. Struck out on that one. Common hyperspace. Uncommon, uncommon, uncommon. Rare Babu Frick, not a legendary. Okay, well, let me show you what we got. So this box started super strong and ended pretty mid. On the legendary front, we have Zuckuss, the Father, Constructed Lightsaber, Grand Inquisitor, Leia Organa, Darth Vader, Darth Malak. In the rares, we have Babu Frick, Scimitar, The Tragedy of Plagueis, The Tragedy of Plagueis, The Purgle King, Deathfield, Mind Trick, Doom, Paz Vizsla, Captain Enoch, Darth Revan's Lightsabers, Ogdo Bogdo, Luminous Beings, The Sun, Luke Skywalker Hyperspace, a base, Drengar Spawn, Kit Fisto's Aether Sprite, Sifo-Dyas, Yaddle, Hyperfoil, The Sun, Liberated by Darkness, and a base. There's only one more box left in this case, and if we don't get a showcase there, it means we went an entire case without a showcase. And what if we go 2 cases without a showcase? That would be a nightmare. But anyways, I will see you for box 6 out of 12, the final box of the first case. Until then, I'm just a 90s Star Wars kid. Not just any Star Wars kid. I'm a 90s Star Wars kid. I'll see you then.